You know, one thing I hear people say all the time is, man, we're all in the same boat. And I disagree with that completely. We are not in the same boat at all. If you're a guy that gets up every day and goes to work in a factory for, say, $15 an hour, you're not in the same boat with your CEO. And you're not in the same boat with the guy that's got it worse off than you. If you're a straight Christian male who goes to church every Sunday, you are not in the same boat with a transgender person. And even if you are a poor Appalachian, you're not in the same boat with the poor black man. We're all in different boats. I heard one person say, well, we're in different boats, but we're all in the same storm. I disagree with that sentiment too, because in some people's world, it will not stop storming. In some people's world, it's nothing but hellfire and brimstone raining down on them, and in other people's world, there's not a cloud in the sky. So what I would say is that we're all fighting different battles. We're all struggling with our own struggles. And if you look over at another group of people and you recognize that their rights are being stripped away, or you recognize that they're being treated unfairly, that does not diminish the struggles or the battles that you're facing. It just means simply that you have some empathy and you look over at other people and realize that, hey, everybody in this world deserves a fighting chance. Everybody in this world should all have a chance to move forward together. We're not going to be the same. We're always going to be different. There's always going to be different battles that each one of us faces. But when you get on your side of the fence and you say, well, I don't know why they're bitching about their rights taken away, man. I ain't lost nothing. I don't know why they're bitching about not getting paid. Hell, I'm getting paid. That shows me that you just lack any understanding of the world around you. That shows me that you're a selfish prick. And people will say, well, man, he puts his pants on the same way I do. Well, that's not really the point. I mean, we all put our pants on the same way, but the question is, where do we go once we get our pants on? That's the real question. You know, if you put your pants on and go down to the loading dock, work in the factory for $15 an hour, that's one thing. When Joel Osteen puts his pants on, he goes to a completely different place and he rakes in millions and millions of dollars with a bunch of bullshit promises and false hope, while you actually give people products they can really use for $15 an hour. So it doesn't matter who put their pants on the same way or not. What has always been my biggest pet peeve with the other side, I've said this for years and nothing's changed on that side of the fence. They're the type of people that as long as they have what they need in life and as long as they're comfortable, fuck everybody else. They do not care about any other struggle or any other battle anyone's facing. And if they do, it's, well, who's going to pay for it? It better not be me. It better not be me paying for that. I better not be the one. And meanwhile, they'll sit back and make every excuse in the world for the people at the top who milks the system. They'll excuse them all day. They will sit there and they will defend them and they will excuse them all day, and they'll talk about, oh, it's poor people milking the system. And the poor people milking the system, they're milking the system to eat. They're milking the system to survive. And it's a minor little tiny drop in the bucket compared to what the top's milking, and yet you got people in the middle going, well, I don't see what the big deal is, man. They're just taxing them to death. They can't live. So I'm going to work harder. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to keep chasing that carrot. I'm going to keep going after it, and I'm going to keep rooting for the guy at the top, and I'm going to sit here on my damn forklift and think that one day I'm going to be up there in the CEO's office. It ain't happening. Meanwhile, you're sitting and pissing on everyone else. And the first time you face the slightest inconvenience, oh, I'm persecuted. Oh, I'm being persecuted. The first time you get fact-checked, oh, I'm being silenced. I'm being censored. Grow up. I mean, literally, grow up and realize that there's a much bigger world outside the little bubble you live in. Drive past the end of the holler, okay? You know down there at the end of the holler where the Dollar General sits, that's as far as you go? Turn right and just drive for about 50 or 60 miles till you get to another city, and drive on past that one till you get to a bigger one, and sit down with people who don't look like you, and sit down with people who don't think like you, and have conversations with people, and you'll see, hey, you know what? We're all fighting different battles, and I was an idiot for thinking that the only battles being fought was happening back in my holler. Folks, I will sit here in this chair and I will make videos like this till the last breath leaves my body. You know why? Because I made up my mind a long time ago, and I've said it a million times. This is the hill that I'm perfectly willing to die on. I'm perfectly willing to die on it, and I have no problem looking over at another group of people. I don't have it easy. I don't have it easy, but I never make videos complaining about how hard I got it. You know what? When I'm sitting here in this chair talking to you guys, what you guys don't realize is that my life around me, everything going on in my life is crumbling the fucking around me. And I'm not on here going, man, my life's shit. Fuck them people that got their rights taken away. Worry about me. I'm not doing that. Because that's not the kind of person I ever want to be. I want to sit here and I want to talk about the injustices going on in this world, and I want to call out the bullshit and the hypocrisy that comes from people who thumps a Bible and praises a dude that would be against everything. They look nothing like those words in red, and I will call them out on it as long as I have a breath to do so. So you guys buy the ticket and take the ride, and I'll be sitting right here.